Hey, what's up? You get one SirJames coming at you guys with another Star Wars Galaxy's Edge haul video, and I have quite a bit of stuff to go ahead and showcase with you guys. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is that we are going to go over the haul portion first. Afterwards, go through the red Kyber Crystals to see if I was able to get the additional characters that I needed, which, by the way, I don't have a black Kyber Crystal, and I'll go over the story about this towards the end. And then afterwards, did I have any issues? And then, of course, did I have fun? All that fun stuff. So anyways, starting off with item number one, because I know you guys really want to see this first, so we'll just kind of move it along, is we have two gift cards from the lands. This is the nice fancy metal ones that I showcased last time. Now you might be saying, but wait, you already have one. I thought you weren't going to get anything like more than one. The reason why I have two here is because Chris, the one who reached out to me, who was at Comic-Con, he got me the Hot Toys Sith Trooper, which I'm so stoked for, by the way, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. He wanted from the land for me to possibly obtain two gift cards. So these do have $100 each, and then of course I'll give him what the difference is, because the Sith Trooper was $230 at the convention. So he's getting something that he really wanted, and I'm getting something that I really wanted. So in the end, both parties are happy. So I can't wait to get my hands on that guy, and I will unbox the Sith Trooper once I do have him. I'm not going to keep him in the box or resell him. It's going to be strictly for my personal collection. Next up is, of course, I guess we'll go ahead and go over the items that I got from my little brother. Now, in the Droid Factory video, you guys witnessed towards the end of it, with my little brother picking out his pieces for the droid, and of course decking it out, and then, you know, he's all super excited for it. And you guys really liked his droid design, so I got him some additional accessories to personalize it even more. Speaking of personalizing, we have personality chips. See how that worked? I think that worked as a segment. So the first one here actually is going to be for a trade for someone, if I remember correctly. But we have a purple one here, which I believe is a smuggler. I can't recall the symbol because it doesn't really say it on the box. But that logo there. But these two are for his droid, and these are first order personality chips. There is a red one and a black one. Which, by the way, the droid personality chips were all fully stocked when I was there. So there didn't seem to be any shortages, which is great. And these would run you at $12.99 a piece. Next up, I also got him a Decal Sheets. And I wasn't sure what colors to get because they didn't have a red option. They had like orange, they had red, green, pink, and all that. So I got him a black one. So if he wants to use it, cool. If not, no big deal. This was $8. It actually comes with a lot of different decals. So you got stuff for the dome, then you got stuff for the body, and then you got extra stickers on the bottom if you wanted to kind of customize it even more, or just put it onto your notebook or whatever. So again, that was $8. Next up, we have an accessory panel kit here, which is all in red. It might appear orange in video, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's definitely red. It looks very nice. This one here was actually $12.99 as well. It's actually shockingly how very inexpensive the accessories are, because the droid is the most expensive part, which is $100 plus tax is like $107, and then all the accessories that you want to add to it, super affordable. So, which is very good, by the way. And then of course we also have the jet attachments. So these you could attach to the side of the legs, which will give you additional lights and sounds. So you could utilize the extra button on the controller that didn't work the first time around for the accessories kit like this. Heck, they even had an accessories kit where you have like cannons. So that will like make the cannon shooting sounds and whatnot, which is quite interesting and a bit odd for an R series in my opinion. So anyways, moving along here, which is my things. The first item that I got here is that I actually met up with someone from the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Discord page, because when he was there, he was able to get an adult Jedi belt. Because you guys recall, I was using the I was using the youth. They're kind of like Sith, to be honest, because the kids are evil. But I was utilizing the youth belts, the largest youth belt that I could find, which it works for me because I'm a skinny guy. But I've been wanting to get an adult small, so I finally have one for the Jedi one. And the second guy I was supposed to meet up with, he accidentally left it in the car, and it's like, oh, I'm already leaving, so I'll eventually get the Sith one as well. But finally have an adult small now, so that was sweet. But I did check the Outfitters. super low in stock on belts, so I didn't see anything for the adults, at least except for maybe like a 2XL. So got lucky on that one. Next up is I had asked you guys, based on a certain list, what you wanted to see most of. And you guys voted number 1, you wanted to see a review for a full set of the Peace and Justice lightsaber. And great news, I have a full set. So first off, we have my Saber Belt. It was a bit of a tough choice because some of the pieces were great, but because I have all the scrap metal now, I could change it up when I need to. So again, here's all the pieces for the first 5. And I have the extra 5. Now, you might be wondering, how did I get all these extra pieces? I thought it was only 2 per build within a 48-hour period. That is indeed true. I was talking with the cast members to get more info and whatnot. Someone else reached out to me who wanted a Peace and Justice lightsaber, but he didn't want any scrap metal. He wanted me to have the scrap metal. So I got to utilize by purchasing 4 pieces, which means there was 1 left, which we'll get to in just a moment. So this one's actually going out to someone else. And then there's mine. And by the way, I just thought I'd let you know is that I specifically chose a red Kyber Crystal. And I know this guy wanted a green one, but I chose red. But I did buy him a green Kyber Crystal, which is in the bag over here. The reason why is because I wanted to utilize a good chance of getting all the other characters minus Snoke. So towards the end, we're actually going to go through these Kyber Crystals to see if I happen to get any additional characters, because the only one that I have at the moment is Palpatine. So I'm looking forward to seeing what are the odds. Anyways, next item, you guys voted second. And again, I try to do my best to satisfy everyone as I possibly can in terms of getting items from the land and reviewing on the channel based on requests. And again, you had Peace and Justice as number 1. This item was number 2. That item is indeed Darth Vader's castle. Dun dun dun. And I will say, this actually has some weight to it, because this item does retail for $200. With my discount, it came out to be $160 plus tax, so I think it was like $166. Not too bad, really. But yeah, we have Darth Vader's castle that we'll be checking out. All I need next to Darth Vader's castle is, you know what? A Darth Vader's Legacy hilt, which was still out of stock, by the way, but we'll be checking this out in a future video, probably sometime this week, give or take, see what happens. Just kind of winging it at the moment. I'll put you off to the side because we have another super large box down here, which actually does not belong to me. It's actually going towards someone. But I will get to showcase it here on the channel, which makes it even more exciting. And it was super heavy, by the way. I guess we'll go ahead and start with a couple reached out to me who was there on Saturday and today that I met up with, and they both built a saber based off elemental nature. And since they're going to have basically all the scrap metal to utilize in terms of their pieces, they asked if I wanted any of the scrap metal for that particular build, and I said yeah. So I initially picked up the 4 pieces I want, and I guess his wife wanted one of the particular pieces. So one of the sleeve pieces I got wasn't the one that I wanted, which was no big deal because, the fact that people are willing to give me a helping hand, and I am paying for these parts, by the way, is just bittersweet because I am eventually in the end trying to get at least one of each piece. So from the Elemental Nature set, we have this version of the activation plate with the etchings. Then we have the emitter. And you guys know I already have one of the sleeves, which was the leather wrap looking piece. And I was trying to figure out, do I want the Rancor tooth as the pommel, or do I want the other one to complete the etching? I went with the Rancor tooth. So there's that one. And so the sleeve, that wasn't my main choice, but again, it was no big deal because, they could do what they want, so they didn't have to do what they intended on doing. So this was the other one. Again, the sleeve I mostly wanted was the one with the etchings, so I'll just probably eventually get that down the road. Actually, in fact, because I forgot the receipt, which was like, I was kicking my butt kicking myself for that was I have my receipt for when I built Tom's saber because he got Elemental Nature. I was going to bring that with me to see, but like, hey, you know, this new policy kicked in long before, you know, we all knew about it. Is there any chance that I could have gotten some scrap metal? So I'll have to bring it next time to see if they will utilize that and allow me to. So it's kind of like a 50-50, I think, on that one. So there's Elemental Nature there. And then for Peace and Justice, I have all the additional scrap metal. So we have these two sleeves, which almost look identical, actually. So here's the first one. And then here is the second one, which is opposite from what I already have on my build. So again, that's two. And then of course we have this version of the activation plate, which actually seems nice because you got this kind of like stopper here so you don't accidentally activate it or deactivate it. So I might change it out. I'm not entirely sure. So we're going to have like a full set review, by the way. And then we have this version of the emitter, the big round one here. And then of course we also have the pommel. And now that completes my Peace and Justice lightsaber set. In fact, I actually wanted to bring this up. I was going to save it towards any issues. Is when I noticed someone was trying to figure out what pieces he wanted. And he was trying to figure out, did he want this one? Did he like the other one, the one that's on mine? And so I, you know, brought over mine, and so that way he could kind of see an example. And he looked up, he's like, oh wait, you're SirJames. So like someone who was recently watching my videos like last night. And he was so excited, by the way. And he asked me, he was like, hey, you know, I mostly wanted a sleeve and I didn't really plan on getting a second piece. Did I want anything from the set, or was there anything that I was missing? I was like, oh, I'm only missing the other pommel, but I don't want to take from his set, so he could get whatever scrap metal he wants, perfectly fine. And he's like, no, I insist. So he allowed me to use one of his two options for scrap metal. But what was weird was that the lady behind the counter, the cast member, I'm not going to say her name because she's also really helpful for me earlier, but she was kind of asking him, is like, well, is this piece for you or is it for him? Which she was pointing at me, by the way, which honestly, it shouldn't matter because the rule states, or at least now the current rules state, that you must have built a saber within 48 hours and you're limited to 2 pieces of scrap metal. So who's to say that someone can get more if there's, again, a new saber build or whatever. But anyways, just a small little issue here and there, not too big of a deal. So in the end, you know, he managed to get his way, and then I got the piece he needed. And what's best of all, she didn't mark his receipt because I told them, I was like, hey, she didn't mark your receipt, which means come back a bit later when they change cast members around and then get some more scrap metal if you wanted to. So he's like, sweet, thanks for the idea. So in the end, it worked out. I managed to get the complete set, and he's able to go back and get more scrap metal. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. So there's that. What else do we have here? I guess moving on to everything else. Before we get to the actual crystals, by the way, is these are items that I picked up for other people. One of them you guys already know about. That's the lightsaber stand. The second item, which, I mean, no point of opening it because I already did a review, is the Luke Skywalker Legacy Saber. Because the first guy that I was helping out wanted the Mace Windu one, but that one's been out of stock for a while, and he contacted me. He's like, well, instead of Mace Windu, can you get me the Luke Saber instead with a stand? So this one is actually going to him. Next one, which I believe this one is going towards Alaska, and I asked the cast members if they could wrap it so it doesn't get damaged, is this guy specifically wanted one item, kept it simple, and I'm going to rewrap this in bubble wrap when I do package it. But this guy wanted a Synth Journal. It's actually like hardcover, by the way. It's really cool. Open it up. So there is the Sith Journal. Someone was telling me that the Sith Journal is out of stock. I don't think I've ever seen the journals go out of stock, to be quite honest. So there's that one. This next guy here, he had a few requests. One of them was Chance Cubes, which Chance Cubes, by the way, were still sold out. Last time they didn't have any, and again, they still didn't have any. So I managed to get everything else that he wanted, which was basically Jedi stuff. So we have the Jedi Patches. So it's a set of 4. Which, by the way, the Synth Journal was actually $30. This was also $30, so you basically save 10 bucks, because typically a patch will cost you $10. He also wanted the Jedi food capsules, which this one retails for $20. Now, I'm not going to be reviewing this, because this is a food item, and this comes with food, and it's not right for me to mess with that. I mean, even though he did give me permission to review this items, I won't be reviewing this, but my little baby brother does have a set of this, and the candy's quite good. I like the lemon one the most, and these do open up, and you could store like a very limited amount of them, which is like 4 or 5 pieces. But there's that. So if you wanted to add something nice to your belt with a side of candy, this is a pretty great thing to have. I mean, a little bit pricey, but at least you get some candy with it, so that's a positive. Now this I will be reviewing on the channel is, of course, the Jedi gear sets. So there's the front, and on the back you have some figurines, which what we have is that we have a clone trooper, maybe, I think that's Cody. Oh, it says it right here, my bad. I don't have my glasses on. Clone Commander, no, it just says Clone Commander, it doesn't say Cody. Yoda and General Grievous. So again, this will have a own review here on the channel. And that takes care of that. And another person wanted a Sith Holocron, which I have in this bag. You guys already seen it, which I may need to update my review, because we're going to be going over some Kyber Crystals here in just a second to see if I managed to get any new characters. And that takes care of that. And there was one last item, which is the little monkey looking creature here. So there you go. You know, he's able to move side to side. Actually, no, he's not turned on. So there you go. This was for another person. She was telling me that she was asking me how much they were, and I guess on eBay they were like 50 bucks more or whatever. So I was like, yeah, just send the funds over and then I'll ship it to you. So she's avoiding eBay prices and getting something at a better deal. So she's paying retail and shipping. So overall, the fact that I'm helping people avoid scalpers in the end is a win for the community, in my opinion. And I'm just trying to go over, process everything before we go over the crystals. Well, we got that. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. And how can I forget? It's right below me. So the heavy item, that again is also for someone else. We have the General Grievous bust. This thing has some weight to it. I have no idea how much it weighs because I don't have a scale. But it was a bit of a pain carrying all the stuff plus this to the car. So there it is. This guy retails for $325. And the little monkey thing too, by the way, Sunday, I keep forgetting to add prices. So he was $325. For some odd reason, my annual, my pass holder discount didn't apply to him, which is a bit weird. And I have heard that your annual pass holder cards don't even work for those helmets that they sell, the ones that are like $400 and up. So again, it was a bit odd that it didn't work on this guy for some odd reason. Just thought I'd give you the heads up. I'm sitting here thinking, man, he's going to be a bit costly when it comes to the shipping, because the last item I shipped was the Temple Guard mask. Shipping on that one was like $54. This is a lot heavier, so ooh, that's going to be a bit of a pain, but I mean, this guy really wants it, so he's going to get it regardless. So let's go ahead and go over Kyber Crystals. Now, again, in the 2 Saber Belts that I have here, we have red Kyber Crystals. We also have more red Kyber Crystals. Now, you guys might hate me a little bit saying, but why do you have all this? Again, first of all, I don't have the black Kyber Crystal. And which, speaking of the the red crystals here, when you go in there, Doc Ondars, they actually pick 3 at random, and then you actually get the chance to shine your flashlight through. Now, if by any chance that there isn't a black crystal in the 3 you choose, you could actually come back later and attempt another shot at it. So I managed to do that 13 times. So, which means, actually I can't really do the math on top of my head. So again, the fact that you can look at 3 at a time, 13 chances. So out of all those chances, not a single one was the black crystal. So why do I have all these ones then? Well, a couple of them are actually going towards some of the people that I'm helping out. And the others are an attempt for me to get any of the additional characters, because I'm still missing Darth Vader, Count Dooku, and Darth Maul. And besides Snoke, I'm also missing Ahsoka. So again, there's a few characters that I have to collect, and I'm hoping that I have those characters. So let's put this to the side right now. Before we go over that, then we have a couple greens, because the guy originally wanted a green Kyber Crystal, so I managed to, well, I had to pick that up for him, of course. And then, of course, we have a blue and a purple for Tom here. So anyways, I think what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go bring my Sith Holocron over, and we are going to go ahead and go through these red Kyber Crystals to see, do I finally have all the other characters besides the main 2? Let's find out. I guess we'll start with my Kyber Crystal, with the one in my saber. Alright, so here it is off to the side. I should have took these out in advance, but just wanted to prove that, yeah, there is indeed a red Kyber Crystal in these sabers. Actually, it was great because the kid next to me chose red. I chose red, and the guy who was helping me build the other one, well, obviously got red. So we almost had half of our side all red. It would have been great if everyone did. But one day, one day. Alright. First red Kyber Crystal. Or Kyber Crystal. I know I say Kyber a lot. I've been rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh! So I have a tendency to say Kyber instead of Kyber. Anyways. Put that in here. Alright, let's see.
The dark side fights without mercy, without remorse. If you want to be victorious, you need to find the same strength inside you. You were given your gift for one reason. To use it.
I got Darth Maul. Heck yeah. Let's listen to one more.
It has been so long, and my path has been so dark. Darker than I ever dreamed it could be. Discarded, forgotten. I have missed so much. The Force feels out of balance.
That was actually a lot longer dialogue too. So yeah, Darth Maul. And again, this is based off the Star Wars Rebels, by the way, because in the original films he didn't really have much of any lines, so they chose wisely in terms of which one to use. And I always have trouble with these little panel doors here. There you go. So that was the first one. Let's go ahead and take the red crystal out of the other one, because whatever the duplicates that I have will go to those who requested one. And then if I happen to have any spares, then I'll sell that to you guys for, again, retail price. So that way you don't have to deal with the scalpers. Put this back in here. Okay, now, second red Kyber Crystal. Okay, please be someone different. Please be someone different. Again, so far I have Palpatine and Darth Maul. There we go. Oh.
Peace comes from order.
Yes!
And order comes from power.
Darth Vader.
The weakness of the Jedi left the galaxy in chaos. The strength of the Sith will tame it.
Alright, let's listen to one more.
You have taken your first steps into a larger world, but the Jedi path is a dead end. Only the dark side can complete your training.
Oh, sweet Darth Maul and Darth Vader. So which means I still need Count Dooku, and then that'll take care of all the reds minus, Snoke, because he's hidden in the red one. So let's go ahead and put these off to the side here. Let's go ahead and go over these. Alright, so go ahead and put this off to the side here. And I guess we'll just kind of, I have some of these already pre-opened except for one, just so we kind of save a little bit of time because these packages are a little bit of a pain. Alright, let's go ahead and go for crystal number 3. Drop the end cap here. This is exciting. Okay, so again, I still need Count Dooku. Alright, I swear if this is 3 for 3, I'm gonna like flip out right now.
I doubt that you comprehend.
That's Darth Maul. We already have Darth Maul. Let's go ahead and put you back in here. Put you off to the side. Let's see, next one here. Let's go ahead and open you up. Now, there was a couple Kyber Crystals where I didn't use the flashlight trick, or it was behind the register where I just had them just give me a red one at random. I am curious because I think this one's not even opened. I didn't even use the flashlight. I swear to God, if this is the black Kyber Crystal, I'm going to flip out. Just wanted to toss that out there. But anyways, this is number, oops, I think I mixed everything up now. So here's number 4.
My armor hides a ruined body.
Okay, so we have Darth Vader yet again. Alright, so let's see. Where did I remove you from? Okay, I'm like dropping everything. This box here ain't helping out. So, was it from here? Yep, yeah, there you go. So we got another Maul, another Vader. So we have 3 more reds here. Alright, next one. Okay. Please be Dooku. Please be Dooku.
All is possible for the one who commands.
Okay. Another Vader. Granted, I wanted Vader the first time around. So, again, we have 2 spares for Darth Vader. Then we have a Darth Maul. Next up, let's go ahead and go over this one here. It's funny, my little brother is kind of like spying on me right now. I know he's excited to see his droid accessories. So anyways, I dropped this one yet again. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what this one is. Again, I still need Count Dooku.
I am more powerful than any Jedi. Know that you are dealing with a Sith Lord.
Count Dooku! Heck yeah, let's listen to another one.
You must strengthen your connection with the Force, my apprentice. Feel its power within you. Concentrate. You must connect with your hatred. Focus on your power.
That was a weird one.
Building. Do not think of anyone or anything else.
Connect on your hatred! That was a weird way of doing it. Alright, so I got Maul, Darth Vader, Count Dooku. So we're going to put him over here. Alright, so I had a little bit of a cut there because apparently I didn't check to make sure I had enough space on the memory card. But we were about to check out this red Kyber Crystal canister. I have not shined any flashlight into this, so I have no idea. This could be a black one. Maybe not, but you know what? I have all the other characters besides Snoke. Let's go ahead and open this mystery one here. And the mystery one is indeed a red one. But you know what? Since we already have it open, let's go ahead and see what character this is. So we have what? 2 Vaders and 2 Darth Mauls. So let's see what this last one is.
Your anger is a wellspring you must use.
Alright, so we have another Darth Maul. Alright, so not too bad. Again, unfortunately, no black crystal this time around. I kind of knew that from the existing ones, except for this mystery one. But you know what? Not too bad. The fact that I managed to get at least 3 more characters added to my collection is great, which means I still need Ahsoka, still need Snoke, and then we'll be pretty much good to go. Alright, so before I end up the video, I want to go ahead and go over a couple more things. First off, did I happen to have any issues while in the park? Well, as far as the outfit that I was wearing, I've had zero issues dealing with the security. However, there was one thing that was brought up to the security on the front, was actually not in regards to my outfit, was in regards to my belt. Now on the belt here is the Sith belt you can buy, but I've also added the pouch from the Jedi one to carry the cards that I was passing out to you guys. And of course I had my camera on it as well. And the security was asking the higher up if this was okay, which was a bit odd to say such a thing, because it's not like a gun holster or anything. It's a belt that's sold in the line with just a couple extra pouches. And so I was able to go through perfectly fine, but someone else on Discord mentioned that security was giving him flack for it and actually made him remove the pouch from the Jedi belts, which is a bit odd. So as far as me wearing the outfit into the park through security, no issues. It was just the belt almost got a red flag for some odd reason. Other than that, how was my day? My initial day was great. It was fun. It was fun also trying to obtain a black Kyber Crystal with, unfortunately, no luck whatsoever. It was nice to meet a lot of you guys, by the way, so I do appreciate you guys coming up. And it seems like most of you always find me over at Doc Ondar's, believe it or not, that or Sabi's workshop, one of the two. And I got to pass out quite a few cards, which was great. And the fact that some of you guys were willing to help out by, you know, getting me spare pieces of scrap metal, because either one, you already have all the pieces, or two, you just have no need for scrap metal, is really, really cool, and I really appreciate that. And the fact that I was able to now get all the scrap metal necessary for the Peace and Justice Saber review, and then of course eventually where we combine pieces from Peace and Justice and Power Control is going to make for another great video. Well, once again, I hope you guys enjoy this haul video. Let me know what you guys are most excited for. Until then, I'll see you guys next time, where honestly I don't know what I'm going to review first. It's a bit of a tough choice here, honestly. So you guys can let me know, what do you want to see first be reviewed? Leave it in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.